and welcome to Think Tank Thursday with Trainertainment. I'm Denise Killian. Every Thursday, we encourage you to join us for just a few minutes, take a break from that heavy, hectic schedule that you have, and think about things away from the hustle and bustle of running your operation. First, we'd like to thank our sponsors who make Think Tank Thursday happen every single week. We appreciate them and what they do to help us bring this to you. Today on Think Tank Thursday, we're going to talk about culture. It's that thing that we always struggle with as a leader and as a manager and as an owner of an operation, making sure that the culture in your facility is what you want it to be. And I couldn't think of a better person to talk to than Zach Bingham. He's the Joy Officer or the General Manager of High Caliber Karting. And he's going to tell us what he does to make sure that the culture is always on point. I can't wait for you to meet him. Let's check it out. Zach, welcome so much to Think Tank Thursday.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm very honored to be on here. I know that's one thing that when we came down to come visit you guys, I think that was almost a year and a half, 2 years ago down in Texas. There was something you guys were talking about. I was very, very hoping that someday this could be me on this, and here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah.
So, Zach, you are the Joy Officer for High Caliber.
100%.
Now, that's not a title that we hear very often. What is a Joy Officer?
We are very adamant about culture here at High Caliber and making sure that joy is being displayed. We have 4 core values that we stand by every single day: joyful, authentic, passion, and determination. Those are our 4 core values that we stand by. And joy has always been our North Star metric that we're chasing after. And so I was actually reading a book just recently with our implementer, Casey. And it said in there that you have to go through and find things that work well for your title. And in Microsoft, they actually created a title that was the chief design officer. So it was a CDO. Eventually, I want to grow through this company, and I would love to be the CJO, which would be the chief joy officer. Because if that's our North Star metric and a thing that we're always chasing after for our guests to feel when they walk through the door, why not have somebody that's in charge of that to make sure that every single location that we'll have in the future will have joy at it? And so I'm always happy. I'm always having fun. I have passion, determination, authenticity, and joy going through my veins all the time. And I want everyone to feel that.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is culture and how to build culture, because it's something that so many people struggle with as managers and leaders, and they look at the morale of their team and they feel that it's off, or that you get caught up in the everyday grind of doing this thing of running a business, and you look up and realize, I'm not having fun. My team isn't having fun. What are we doing? What are we doing? So culture is something that is so important, yet one of the most elusive things to figure out as a leader and as a manager, I think. So when I thought about this topic, the only person that I thought about talking to was you, because you are the guy who figures it out and creates a lovely culture. I mean, it's evident by the fact that you're wearing rabbit ears right now.
I mean, rabbit ears. I got a wolf head up there. I've got the Jello mold from The Office. My brother-in-law has a Funko Pop doll that he had custom made for me.
Oh, that's amazing, Zach.
I do trivia every Thursday, and one of our people that was our regulars, they made custom earrings for me. They're little Batman with wings. But yeah, no, it's my office displays. I mean, I have costumes all across the wall because I dress up differently for trivia every single week. And so when our staff members come in here, they see that I'm goofy just like they can be as well. And so if we're displaying the goofiness and having fun, they can have fun as well, as long as it's within reason. And those are the things that we always say is like, hey, we're here for joy, we're here for happiness, but we're also here to work hard. And so let's work hard and then let's have fun afterwards. And so some of the things that we do for the staff that helps them understand like what we're all about is we have a lot of track members that want to race go-karts. And so like our MODs, we say, hey, at the end of the night, you can turn the go-karts all the way up to the fastest speeds. And if whoever wants to stay around and do after hours racing, have fun. Do after hours racing. Just make sure you guys clean up afterwards. And so that's our big thing is we're always trying to find ways of making it so that we're interactive with them, having fun with them, and just taking to the next level to show that we care about them.
So that's something, that balance, I think, makes a lot of people fearful. Well, if I say have fun and be silly, well, what if they don't do their jobs then and they're just being fun and being silly? And how do you strike that balance?
The biggest thing that I find is that a lot of people stay siloed in their office that is in management. My wife actually, she's a very, very intelligent individual. She goes, hey, like when you schedule out your day, schedule yourself like 15, 30 minutes in between the things you've got so you can go and communicate with the staff, have fun with them, and then be a leader. So many people are like, hey, I'm the boss. A boss just sits there and tells people what to do. A leader goes out there and shows people what to do. And so if we're actually taking the effort to go out and like, hey, I realize like maybe you've never cleaned a bathroom before. Hey, come on, let's follow me. This is so we're cleaning behind the toilets, we're doing this, we're wiping down the toilet, and like showing them how to clean a bathroom properly. Because we can sit there and tell them all day long, but unless we're being good leaders and showing them how to do it properly, that's when you're actually going to have success with your staff. And then how to have fun while doing it is another thing as well, because nobody really wants to think about cleaning bathrooms. But I'm the general manager here and part owner, but I still go into the bathrooms and clean with the staff.
How does one have fun cleaning a toilet? I have to ask.
You just go in there, you just wipe it down and whistle, just sing, have fun. They do whatever it takes and just joke around the staff. Go in there and tell jokes while you're doing that. Tell previous stories of things that have happened before in the bathroom. Like, oh my gosh, you're never going to believe. There's just one time I dealt with this situation where we had two people come out of the bathroom and one of them shouldn't have been in there, or anything else that's along those lines that helps them understand. Like, I've also been through it. I've also done these things. I'm not just telling you to go do it to do it. I'm also there alongside, shoulder to shoulder with you guys, showing how to do it and also willing to do it with you.
And I think that you struck on something that I say often. There's a manager and there's a leader. They're not the same things. There's the boss and there's a leader. It's not the same thing. And that shift in thinking about your role really, I think, can be powerful for how you interact with your team.
Having empathy. A lot of people lack empathy. If you don't have empathy when you're in this role, you will fail all day long. Learn to have the empathy for your staff. Put yourself in their shoes and understand where they're at. So that it's just not telling. I always tell anybody that steps into a manager role with us that, hey, we ask. We ask every single time, like, hey, could you help me out once you get a chance and get this all taken care of? Because you gain their respect by asking them instead of telling them. If you're sitting there and pointing fingers all day long, again, that's being a boss, not a leader. We have to be leaders with the staff to help them understand that we are there for them. And another thing is actually Jordan brought this to my attention. There's a very, very successful company out there, and the CEO and president and all that has a lot of respect from the staff. And I asked Jordan, I'm like, hey, like, what did you talk to this guy and like find out like what it is that he gets the most respect from? And he listens. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. If we sit there and we listen to our staff and listen to their pain points and try to make it so that their life is easier out there, because they're actually out there on the front lines for us, putting out all that hard work, we need to listen to their requests and act on them if they're within reason, I guess I should say.
Yeah. And that listening means so much, even when you can't take action on it, and when you can't make the change that they're asking for, perhaps, or you can't tell someone, okay, you can't say no one in your staff ever has to clean a toilet again, right? Yeah. That's not a reasonable thing, but just the simple act of listening without an agenda, without thinking about what you're going to respond next to, or the 17 other things that are on your desk that you have to get done, genuinely listening makes such a difference with your team.
100%. And there's some things that have happened just recently. I've been in this position for almost 5 years now, and I'm still learning from staff that's only been with us for like a year. We have a wonderful kid named Ryan Ribbit. He brought to my attention that we need to have better communication of every single promo across the board. So we use GroupMe as a platform for communication. It's kind of turned into more of a social media thing for us, where like people like post goofy stuff on there. And so he goes, you can't use that for communicating because too many people have it muted. He goes, you need to start using a Deputy, because Deputy is what we use for our clocking in, clocking out, time cards and all that. And so I've started using that, and every single Monday I send out a message to all of the staff about what promos we've got going on, new stuff. And again, that is sitting there and listening to the staff and acting on the things that they say that are pain points as far as the communication style stuff. How can we make it better for you guys? And he told me how we can make it better. And so I've started doing that. And now all of our staff is on the same page about what is new for the week. And so that's another huge thing, is listening. Again, 2 ears, one mouth.
And communication style in particular is so different generationally. You've got the older generation, the boomer generation, that really wants that face-to-face interaction and conversation. Mm-hmm. You've got the Gen Xers who are like, I can do an email or I can do a face-to-face. Both are okay. Mm-hmm. And then you've got the Gen Zs and the Gen Ys that are like, why are you calling me on the phone? Oh my God, why do I have to have a conversation with you face-to-face, right? Like, they don't want that. They want a text or some kind of an app or a system like that. Whereas the boomers are like, oh my God, why is this? What are these words on my phone, right? And that communication style is so very different throughout the generations, but it's listening and figuring out, oh, their communication style is different than mine.
Yes.
It's my job to adapt, not their job to adapt to me.
Yes, 100%. And that's another thing that's I'm learning every single day, is everyone has their own talents. Everyone has just their own things that they're extremely good at. And so an old saying is, why teach a fish how to climb a tree? You can't. You teach a fish how to swim. And so one of my floating leads that I have right now, also a shift lead or MOD, whatever you want to call him, he is very good at data. I didn't realize it until just recently. I went to him. I'm like, hey, so we have our spring break cleaning coming up, and I want you to take the lead on this. So I printed off the one from 2 years ago. He went through, he edited it all, and then he's going to actually make it into a game for our staff. Like, hey, this one's worth this many points. And then he broke that down. And so next Wednesday, we're going to be sitting down with all the leads, and he's going to be breaking that all down to them, helping them understand this incentive program that he's put together. And it's just like, yes, yes, Jacob. And then harnessing the right, it's an EOS term of putting the right butts in the right seats. And so if you put the right people in the right seats, they will excel and they will just blow your mind with what they're doing. And so that, again, that comes down to listening, talking to them, having a 30-day review, a 60-day review, a 90-day review, and just sitting down and having that communication with them of what actually makes them happy.
And recognizing that people on your team are not interchangeable parts. Mm-hmm. If you operate as if they are, then you're going to have a lot of turnover. You're going to not be able to maximize what you think you can maximize, because just as you said, this person is amazing at data. Okay, let's see how we can harness that talent and look at the results. But otherwise, it would have been, here's the checklist. Here's the thing we have to do. Okay, go do it, right? And it's just not going to be the same. Yeah. But yeah, listening to your team and recognizing who has unique talents or interests or skill sets.
100%.
Yeah. And that's something that I find that is interesting, is when you ask someone, whether they're on the executive team or the GM or the owner, hey, what does this person want to do? What's their story? Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should know, right?
Yep. Listen, that's all it is. We're not better. We're all humans. And everyone wants to grow and excel. And if we sit there and we recognize the fact that they're human beings as well that want to grow with the company, just listen. That's literally all it is. And it kind of getting out of your own ego. A lot of people have big egos about things, and they're like, "Well, I'm the boss. I belong back here. They don't belong anywhere." No, they do. They 100% do. But the thing is that you have to give them the pathway and give them the guidance along the way. And if you're not willing to do that, then you will, like, your staff will fail.
How much impact do you think culture has on retention?
Big time. We don't pay as high as Starbucks. We don't pay as high as all these other places that are out there. But we do multiple different things for the staff. And one thing that I just started doing was we do movie night on one Sunday out of the month. I say, all right, I need 12 movies, you guys. And so then they send me a whole list of movies, and then we do a voting on GroupMe of, all right, now I'm gonna put 3 movies into this category, pick whatever one wins, and then we'll take the top 4 and then have a last voting, and then they all vote on what movie we're going to watch. And then people bring board games, and then we do like a potluck. And so we do that one Sunday of the month, and then we have another one that's going to be coming up here April 21st, I believe. And I'm going to be smoking a brisket. I love smoking meat. I love doing that. I did a pulled pork already, and they absolutely love that. And then we've just been playing games, and so people bring card games, bring board games, and then we play games while we're watching the movie. And so building that culture of helping them understand of, hey, like, we are here to have fun. Let's have fun together. And then you can create a camaraderie between them. And so then when shifts are needed to be picked up, shifts get picked up. Other things that we do is twice a year we do an employee appreciation day where we close down the facility and we just let the staff have fun. And then we do fun little activities. So we'll have like a racing tournament, and then we'll do quite often we do a thing called the zombie hide and go seek, where Jordan, the president of the company, starts off as the only person that's it. And then when he finds you, you become it as well because you got the zombie bite, whatever you want to call it. And then it continues on until the last person is there, and then Jordan gives $100 cash to the last person left, or however many people, because we ran out of time, kind of a thing. So we do the employee appreciation nights. We do so many different things at High Caliber just to make the staff feel heard and let them know that, like, hey, we are here for fun. We want to have fun. You deserve to have fun. Let's have fun together.
You also mentioned a trivia night. Is that for your team, or is that
no,
for the public too?
It's for the public. So every Thursday at 7:32, I host trivia, and if I'm not able to be there, then we have Ashley, our AGM, or Jackie, our marketing manager. They'll step in for me, but I do like 99% of them. And then we do a trivia every Thursday. We do karaoke from 7 to 11, and it's fun because on karaoke, our karaoke, since we are a family entertainment center, anybody can come. So kids is young as a year and a half have gone up on stage and sang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, all the way up to, like, we had this older gentleman that was probably in his 90s that would come in and sing Frank Sinatra. And so that's another thing that I do, though, is that we have quite a bit of staff that on their days off, they come in for karaoke or trivia. And so on karaoke, if they ask me to, I will go up on stage and I will sing with them because I'm not better than them. I am the same person as them, but I also want them to understand, like, I'm here to have fun with you. Let's have fun together. And so we go up on stage. This past Friday, I sang, I think it was Carrie Underwood, Before He Cheats or something. So I went up on stage and sang that with Belle, one of our event staff people, and we had an absolute blast up there. And then I'll go up and I'll sing Sir Mix-a-Lot. I'll do like whatever just to get the crowd into it, get the staff into it, and just have fun all around.
So, in the interest of having fun, there is no ego for you. There is no shame. There is no, like, whatever it takes, let's have a good time. I'm gonna sing Carrie Underwood, right? I'm gonna do Whitney. Even though I can't carry two, I'll do it if it'll make you laugh and it'll get you excited, right?
Yep. No, I know I can't sing. I know I'm not good at it. But damn it, when I'm sorry, heck, shoot, when I'm up on stage, darn it, when I'm up on stage, I will give it my all, and I will have fun, and I will get the crowd into it, and I will get everyone psyched up and get them all standing up and clapping and having a good time, because that's what gets people going. We need to have fun together. There's way too many times that adults are like, I don't feel comfortable doing this because people are going to make fun of me. I found a quick backstory. My dad used to take my sister and I on trips every single year during Christmas time. And for one year, we went to New York City and we were on the subway, and my dad was just being an absolute goofball. Absolute goofball. I'm like, Dad, stop. I'm like, you're embarrassing me because I'm like a 14-year-old kid. I'm like, this is, come on. Like people are judging us. And he looked at me, he goes, when are you going to see these people again? He goes, be your own person and be happy to be your own person and have fun while you're doing it because you will never see these people again. And it was just like a thing just clicked inside my brain at that moment where it's just like, why am I sitting here and stopping being who I am as an individual to cater to everyone that's around me when I know that who I am as an individual is a fun loving person. And I try teaching that to our staff all the time, like, hey, have fun, be who you are, and be unapologetic about it as well. And so that's what I do is I have fun with the staff. I'm willing to get goofy. I'm willing to get just ridiculous with them, is obviously within reason. But it's just have fun. That's all it is just having fun, but also understanding that hard work actually has to happen as well.
Yeah. And you guys are somewhat successful, I would say, as an organization. So
Mhm.
let's talk about the organization that you guys have built there. How many employees do you have? How long have you been in business? All those fun facts.
So we opened up September 20th of 2019. We were open for 6 months, and then we got shut down for COVID for 9 months. It was a tough time for us, but the thing is, we could have sat there and been extremely disgusted that COVID happened, just distraught that COVID happened, but it taught us a lot. We got a huge, huge opportunity to learn how to staff accordingly, how to manage our budget very tightly, how to be able to pay closer attention to customer flows. Because also, when we came back from COVID, we had a contract with the mall that we were going to be taking over another 25,000 square feet on top of our 80,000 square feet that we already had. And we didn't really have the money for it. But what we did was every single dollar that we had that came in that was extra, we paid off that debt as it came in. And so in September 18th, I believe, of 2021, we ended up opening up our other portion of our facility. And now we are sitting at 105,000 square feet. We have 2 go-kart tracks with high-speed go-karts. We also have race park mini karts as well. So we have our junior races, we have our mini kart races, we have our adult races, and then on our blue track, we have a thing called combat karting that we developed as well in-house. So combat karting is on your NASL panel or nose cone of your go-kart, you have a heads-up display. It shows your weapon, your ammo count, your health of your shield, and then on your steering wheel, you have a firing button, you have a shield button, and you can drive around and shoot at the go-kart that's in front of you. And if your lasers hit their rear receiver that's on the back of the cart, it will glow red and it will physically slow the go-kart down. Yeah. It is really cool. We also have holographic targets around the track as well. So there's those LED fans that spin, and it has power-ups. And so if you shoot those, it'll actually shoot fog up in there and has a red LED that lights up to make it look like flames. But whatever power-up is on that holographic target, you get. And so it's either going to be like a speed boost or an EMP blast that sends a signal out to all the other go-karts on the track. And if you get that and you don't have a shield, you go down to the slowest speed. And so it's all about getting to the front of the pack. And so that's fun. We also have 2 large, well, one's a very large bar. The other one is a pretty decent sized bar. It's our OG bar. It's our original one. We have 5 VIP rooms. We have 2 rage rooms. We have 2 pocket soccer tables, and pocket soccer is an oversized pool table that you stand on, and you have soccer balls look like pool balls. We have a battlefield where you can do jelly ball wars, archery tag, or dodgeball. We've got 12 lanes of throw bowling, which is like a cross between cornhole, football, and bowling. And then lastly, we have 16 lanes of gamified axe throwing at our facility as well. So we have a lot going on and a lot of always paying attention, always having staff. So right now we're sitting right around 72 staff members that work here at High Caliber, always looking for good quality candidates that want to come here and have an absolute blast with us. We've had people from day one all the way till we have people that just started with us last week. But yeah, we're always pushing to try to push the envelope on what indoor entertainment can be, and we're just having an absolute blast doing it.
That's fantastic. So, what is your one piece of advice? If somebody's starting out, like, listen, just been running the business, and I see the morale is down. I've got to figure something out. Where is the first step that you would say that they should start?
The staff. It's literally just going out there and be like, hey guys, like, you know, it's morale's down. What are some of the things you're noticing? And then just going around and asking everyone, like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, is everything all right? What kind of changes can we make? Because I always tell the staff, I'm like, my job as a general manager here is to make your job easier. And so if it's not easier, then what can we do that's going to help it become easier? So listen to your staff. Like I was saying earlier with you, we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. Listen to what they have to say, get that morale up. Also, like I realize like staying afterwards can kind of stink to want to do activities with them because you just want to get home to your family. But man, you want to talk about a morale booster, staying afterwards, racing go-karts with them, whatever kind of thing you have at your facility, just stay with them. Come up with fun activities to be able to do with them. Like I was talking about that movie night earlier. Doing a movie night, that is so much fun. Right now, we're also working with the staff on doing an F1 night when F1, because F1 just got back up and running a few weeks ago, and doing that on a Sunday night where one of the staff members brings up their F1 account and we're just going to hang out and watch F1 racing that evening. There's also a game night that they want to do where they bring in their consoles and we get it up on the huge projection screens that we have. And so we can game together and have an absolute blast. But literally, just listening to your staff, going out of your way to actually find fun things to do with your staff to help them understand like we're here to have fun.
There you go. There you go. All right, it is time for the question that we ask everyone here at Think Tank Thursday. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm always ready.
All right, what do you do to grow yourself?
Find yourself a mentor. Find yourself people that are in your department. In all honesty, one of the biggest things we ever did, and this is not a plug for Trainertainment, but it kind of will sound like a plug, hire them. If you have not, do so. Candy was absolutely wonderful for us. Beth is amazing, and just everyone in Trainertainment just great. Candy taught us a lot for our sales. So if you are not constantly either reading or educating yourself, then you're falling behind. As you can see, I've got a whole plethora of books up there that we are always working with the staff on reading, and then always training, pushing your staff to the next level, helping them understand we have got to keep pushing, keep moving. And if you do that, then you will be successful all day long. Education. I can't stress it enough.
Well, that's fantastic. And that was not a paid.
Not even a little bit. No, it seriously, like the KPIs that were made up for us helped us grow so much with that, teaching us about things that we weren't even looking for, such as like going to churches, going to schools, going to other places like that, and actually reaching out to them. It's just huge, little teeny tiny details, especially when you're new in the company, that you don't really realize that there's all these dials that you need to be turning. And then having somebody that has been in the business as long as what you guys have definitely helps you grow. I mean, especially in sales. I mean, there's if you don't have sales, you're going to fail. Yep. And let's just be honest. But that was not a paid plug. That was just me being straight up like, hey, Trainertainment's awesome. They will help and guide you every single step of the way. Anything that you need, they are there for you. But yeah, other than that, just educate. Get a mentor, somebody that's been in the business for a while. Find somebody that's also been in the business the same amount of time as you have, so you can spitball ideas with them. But just always pushing yourself.
Excellent. I love that. So the last question is, how can people find out more about High Caliber and you?
So, I mean, I'm on LinkedIn. My name is Zach Bingham. If you want to learn more about High Caliber, you can go to our website at highcaliberkarting.com. It's caliber with a C and karting with a K. Jackie, our marketing manager, she is amazing, absolutely amazing. She is always pushing new promos and always updating our website. So it is primo and looking fantastic. So you can go there. You can reach out to me via email if need. It's just Zach at highcaliberkarting.com. I'm always full of knowledge. I actually just went to a thing called the Karting Spectacular over in Barcelona, and I have people that have been reaching out to me asking questions because we have been in the business for 5 years, and there's people that are still new in it. I have a wealth of knowledge that I'm willing to pass on to people. And I love knowing the fact that like the things that we have learned, I can pass on to others so that they can be successful in their role. I've really enjoyed being part of the family entertainment business because I thought it was going to be cutthroat. Don't get me wrong, there are people out there that are cutthroat. But the thing is that I'm finding out more than that, like 90% of the people that are out there are willing to tell their ideas and their story of how they became successful. And if you find those people, hold on to them because they will help you become extremely successful and they will fill you with so much knowledge. It'll be so fruitful and beneficial for your company.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Zach, your signature on your email says everyone's favorite bearded ginger.
Yep.
And I have to tell you out there, it's true. He's my favorite bearded ginger. So thank you so much for your time and your insights. And
Absolutely.
I encourage everybody out there watching to reach out to Zach because he is that guy who's going to get you pumped up. And he is that person who's going to help you build culture and help you problem solve. And he's a wonderful human. So thank you, Zach, for your time.
Thank you so much for having me on. And it was an absolute joy. So I look forward to hopefully doing these again for you in the future. And if you guys need anything, you know where to reach me.
Love it. Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome.
Well, Zach is always so much fun, and truly I encourage you to reach out to Zach if you have questions about how to build culture, how to have some fun with your team, how to start a movie night of your own or a trivia night or a karaoke night or any of the million things that they do at High Caliber. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for making Think Tank Thursday possible. We appreciate them and all that they do. I encourage you to be a part of Think Tank Thursday. If you'd like to be a guest, send us an email at candy, C-A-N-D-I, @trainertainment.net. We'd love to hear from you, your thoughts, your ideas on how you build culture, or if you'd like to be a guest on Think Tank Thursday, just reach out. And as always, appreciate you for watching and being here today. We'll see you next week.